Bill O'Reilly here, Wednesday, February 5th, 2020. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening today in America. The president delivers his State of the Union address, and Nancy Pelosi rips her copy up. The latest Gallup poll shows Donald Trump more popular now than at any time in his presidency. Some results finally emerged from the Iowa caucus debacle. Beach Boys founder Brian Wilson urging fans to boycott his own band. Also, was President Trump's speech a good thing for America? That's the message of the day. The president did deliver his annual State of the Union address before both houses of Congress last night, touting America's economic success since his inauguration. Mr. Trump surprising those in attendance, awarding Rush Limbaugh the Medal of Freedom, and honoring 6 other Americans, including a 100-year-old African-American general and his great-grandson. Nancy Pelosi, not a fan of the address, tearing up her copy of the remarks on live television after it was over. Not a good look for the speaker. The latest poll from Gallup showing Donald Trump now more popular than at any time since his inauguration in January 2017. The survey has the president's approval rating at 49%, with 50% disapproving. That's 3 points higher than President Obama's numbers in early 2012 when he was getting ready to run for re-election. The impeachment exercise winding down in the Senate. Moderate Republican Susan Collins telling reporters she plans to acquit Donald Trump, claiming Democrats did not even attempt to prove the chief executive committed a crime. House Democrats vowed to continue investigations into Mr. Trump after the impeachment trial is over, which will be today. Confusion surrounding the Iowa caucus, the Democratic Party finally releasing some results a day after the polls closed. The tally shows a two-way tie between Pete Buttigieg and Bernie Sanders, followed by Elizabeth Warren and Joe Biden. Beach Boys founder Brian Wilson urging his fans to boycott the band over their performance at a Las Vegas hunting convention featuring Donald Trump Jr. Wilson, who split from the group years ago, says no to trophy hunting. In a moment, President Trump's speech, was it a plus for America? Right back. Computer systems in cars are now common. There are electronically controlled transmissions, touchscreen displays, dozens of sensors. All this advanced tech is expensive to fix if it breaks. That's why I have Car Shield. Car Shield has affordable protection plans that can save you thousands for repairs, including computers, GPS, electronics, and more. With Car Shield, you choose your plan and your favorite mechanic or dealership to do the work. Car Shield takes care of the rest. They also offer 24/7 roadside assistance and a rental car while your car is being fixed. Free. So drive with confidence knowing you have coverage from America's #1 auto protection provider. Get covered by Car Shield today. Please call 800-CAR-6000 and mention code BILL or visit carshield.com and use code BILL to save 10%. That's carshield.com, code BILL. A deductible may apply. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day, the State of the Union speech. It ran about an hour, 20 minutes, and it was the best speech Donald Trump has ever delivered. Here's why. The president was able to tout his own accomplishments, primarily economic and in foreign policy, while at the same time marginalizing his opposition. There was no mention of impeachment, which was smart. Mr. Trump wanted to contrast his policies and brand the Democratic Party socialist. So he brought in the opposition leader in Venezuela, criticizing that country for its socialist government. And then the president and his scriptwriters created 6 moments, 6 television moments, which were very effective. The first one was 13-year-old Ian Lawnfay. He, an African American, wants to go into the Space Force, be an astronaut. And Ian was there, good-looking boy, very happy. But it was his 100-year-old great-grandfather, General Charles McGee, who stole the show. Completely unexpected. General McGee, just promoted by President Trump, is one of the last Tuskegee Airmen from World War II, a hero. Next up was Junea Davis and her mother, Stephanie, who's a single mom. They live in Philadelphia, and that state has banned Junea from attending a private school. So President Trump awarded her and her mom a scholarship. Very touching moment. Then there was the brother of a murdered man, Jody Jones. His brother was killed in California by a violent illegal alien. Mr. Jones broke down in tears. The whole point of that was that California is a sanctuary state, and President Trump adamantly opposes sanctuary movements. Then, a military family was reunited. Sergeant Tony Rankins, unbeknownst to his wife and 2 young children, was brought in from Afghanistan, and the family was reunited on camera. It was an amazing moment. So all in all, the speech was very effective for Donald Trump. And if you are a Trump supporter or a Republican voter, for your party. Now, the Democrats hated the whole exercise. And that's partisan politics. We've always had it in this country. But, at the end of the speech, Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, sitting directly behind President Trump, who would not shake her hand at the beginning of the speech, tore up her copy of the president's remarks. And the television cameras caught that. Very bad. That will resonate a long time and not help Nancy Pelosi or the Democratic Party. All in all, pretty compelling television last night. I'm Bill O'Reilly, and I approve that message by writing it. For more news analysis, please visit BillO'Reilly.com. In a moment, something you might not know. We've all gotten an expert appraisal for things that are valuable. A realtor for our homes, an auto dealer for our cars, a jeweler for heirlooms. But you may have something even more valuable than any of those things, your life insurance policy. If you are 75 years or older with a policy worth $100,000 or more, my friend at We Buy 75 will appraise it free and show you how much it's worth in cold hard cash. So please call 844-WE-BUY-75 or visit WeBuy75.com. One word, WeBuy75.com. Imagine never having to pay a life insurance premium again. There's no greater feeling than having all that cash you need for your necessities and fun stuff too. You've seen WeBuy75 on TV, heard them on the radio, so what have you got to lose? You can get very good money. Please call 844-WE-BUY-75 or visit WeBuy75.com today. Now, the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. The coronavirus, now in 24 countries with more than 20,000 confirmed cases. The Chinese government, where it all started, has issued a mandatory quarantine for 50 million people, the largest in human history. Separating the sick from the healthy is not anything new, of course. The first recorded quarantine dates all the way back to ancient Egypt. Here's a quick look at a few diseases that sent populations into a panic. Starting in 1350 with the bubonic plague, better known as the Black Death. The illness spread by flea-infested rats, killing 40% of all Europeans in less than 10 years. Next up, Philadelphia, 1793. Yellow fever kills a tenth of the population in that city in less than 2 years. It was so dangerous, the federal government skipped town You'll remember the Congress sat in Philadelphia because Washington wasn't built yet. Falling temperatures in the winter finally stopped the spread, killing the mosquitoes that carried yellow fever. Moving on to New York City, 1907, a typhoid fever outbreak traced back to a single cook. The press called her Typhoid Mary. She was quarantined for 3 years, eventually released after promising never to cook again, but she broke that promise, working for a wealthy family under a new identity. Authorities caught up with her, this time putting Mary in prison for life. Going global, the 1918 flu pandemic, or Spanish flu. 500 million infected, 50 million dead, including 650,000 Americans. Schools closed, public events banned. Between the flu and World War I, average life expectancy in the USA dropped by 12 years. Skipping ahead, SARS. In 2003, there were 8,000 confirmed cases, 800 dead. Canada took extreme measures, more than 30,000 people quarantined there. And here's something you might not know. The word quarantine has its roots in the Latin language. It translates to 40. That was the number of days passengers on ships were forced to wait before coming ashore during the Black Plague. Back after this. There are thousands of abandoned animals in the USA that need our help. I am partnering with Delta Rescue, the largest no-kill care-for-life animal sanctuary in the world. Founded by actor Leo Grillo, who left Hollywood to devote his life to saving abandoned animals. Delta Animal Sanctuary is a one-of-a-kind rescue unit. They are staffed by trained attendants who look after each animal, providing them water, treats, toys, and affection. Support Delta Rescue and put your legacy to work. Each life-saving gift helps Delta fulfill their mandate to rescue and care for animals. Request a free estate planning package at deltarescue.org/bill. For a limited time, please watch The Rescuer for free only at deltarescue.org/bill. The Rescuer is an award-winning documentary about Grillo's 2-year rescue of a family of 21 dogs abandoned in the wilderness. deltarescue.org/bill. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.